Hey everybody, welcome to Harmon Garage. I'm Aaron. Let me walk inside, it's kind of windy. I'm working on a video with cherry pie, finishing up cherry pie in it, and converting an OBS from TBI to carbureted. But I'm waiting on parts and I'm waiting on paint to dry. So I needed something else to do. So we're doing a shop improvement project. And I've told you guys before that I have a bathroom here, but it's not a bathroom, and I don't have any water here. So I'd like to have water to be able to have a bathroom, and so that I can use my pressure washer. So what I've decided to do, at least temporarily, since the city won't hook up water for me, is I got a 275 gallon tote. Now, I can't just fill this tote up with water because I don't have any water. And I'm not gonna put it in the bed of a truck and haul 275 gallons worth of water around all the time, whatever. So the bathroom's right there. I got a really nice long fascia right here, and I've got a tote right here. So I'm going to do some off-grid rainwater catchment. I went and bought 30 foot of gutter and downspout and all the stuff that I need for that. I got enough cinder blocks to set the tank height up where I wanted it. My buddy happened to have those and gave them to me. And I have all the fittings to hook up to the tank to get the water out once I catch it in there. So that's what I'm working on. Right now I gotta go get a tape measure so I can measure where the blocks need to go, so I can set the tank on top of them. And then once I get that done, I can go up here, start hanging gutters and hooking everything up. So I'm gonna go and get a tape measure and we'll get started. All right, well, went and got a tape measure. I measured my tote and it's about 40 inches by 48 inches. So I got my blocks set up so that they'll cover 40 by 48. Now I just gotta go get the rest of the blocks, come over and stack them up. All right, got all my blocks set up. Now I got to figure out how to get that big tote on top of them. So I'll be right back. son came over, helped me get the tank leveled out, and or get it up on the cinder blocks and get it leveled out. And then he was hanging out talking with me for a little bit and stuff, and I work all the time and he goes to school all the time, so any chance I get to hang out with him for a little bit, I take advantage of it. And so while he was here talking, I decided I was gonna kind of test fit the first piece of gutter, see how it went. And I got it up there, and the clips that I got don't stick out far enough, so when the rain runs down off the roof, it's gonna run right over the top of the gutter and onto the ground, which, sorry, my nose is itching, which does me absolutely no good. So I'm gonna either have to like put some 2x4 spacers behind them or get some different clips or something, but I'm gonna do that in the morning. It's getting close to dinner time, so I'm gonna grab all the stuff to hook up the plumbing to the tank, so I make sure that all that stuff is good and ready to go before I have to go back to the hardware store. It's like 30 miles each way. So I'm gonna grab all that. We'll try to get that plumbed real quick and then we'll move on from there. I do not have any idea what is going on with my other camera, but I just filmed a whole spiel for you guys on the other camera. And I went back to check it and see how it looked, and it wasn't there. And the camera just kind of turns on and off when it wants to. So I think it might be time to replace it. But what I filmed is all the plumbing for this thing. So I got a collar that screws on here, glued that to this T, and then I got a T coming out here. I'll run this by you guys again because it's bugging the crap out of me. This is a hose bib. It's a thing that comes out of the side of your house that you can hook a hose on. Hose bib. For some reason, everybody that I talk to here in Alabama has no idea what the heck a hose bib is. So if you're watching this and don't know, this is a hose bib. Bib, screw on hose. There it is. So anyways, I've got that on. Got the T. This side is going to be plumbed through this wall and into the bathroom. But I don't have a toilet in there yet. Don't know exactly where I'm going to need the plumbing or whatever. But I do have some pressure washing I'm going to need to be doing soon. So I just put a slip-in collar here. Put a piece of 1/2 inch in there with a cap on it. And then when I get ready to plumb it in, I can just cut it off wherever I need it, put whatever I need on there, plumb it in. So we're coming along. Never know, next thing you know, I might be up on the roof hanging solar panels. I don't know, but for right now I need water. The city that my shop's in won't come out and hook it up for me, so I'm taking it upon myself to get water. So I'm gonna clean up, head home for the night. I gotta run and get different clips for that in the morning and whatnot, and then I will be back here with you guys finishing this up. Okay, it's early the next morning, not too early, but late enough that the sun's up and early enough for me. But I decided I didn't want to wait for the hardware store to open or drive 30 miles each way. So what I decided to do, I had a chunk of 2x4. So I took the 2x4 and I cut 2.5 inch wide pieces, screwed them to the fascia, and then screwed the clips for the gutters to the 2x4s. So see if I can get you guys up there, you can see it a little better. You know what I'm talking about. So there it is. I just basically just put a spacer from the fascia out to the clip, and now my edge of my roof is actually over my gutter, and it's not just gonna have a gutter there with water running over the top of it, because that kind of doesn't make any sense, does it? So I'm gonna set up a time lapse and I'm going to hang the other 2 pieces of gutter. I'll get back with you, let you know what we're doing with the downspout and stuff, and we'll get all that done, and maybe we'll be able to catch some water. Alright, well, I got my gutters all hung, and I'm sure it's wrong. I've never installed gutters before, and sorry, I don't know what the sun's doing with you guys. Never installed gutters before, don't really know how to do it. I tried to make them kind of lean in towards the center where the downspout's gonna be. That didn't really work either, but they're up there, and I'm pretty sure if they fill with water, being that they have caps on the ends, they're gonna go and run down where I want it to run down, hopefully. So here it is, gutters are up. I bought 30 foot, but I had to cut about 2.5, 3 foot off to end the second one where I needed it. So I've got, say, 26, 27 foot of gutter. And honestly, I only did that instead of doing this whole side of the building because that's all I could really afford right now. I really couldn't afford to do any of it, but that's the most I could get by with. So I'm just gonna do this for now, see how it works out. And if it works out good and it doesn't fill the tank as much as I want it to, later on I'll go ahead and continue it all the way down this side of the building. But we got our gutter up, we got our tank in place, and I didn't get that deal perfectly straight with the opening in the tank, but it's just gonna angle a little bit. I don't think it'll hurt anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my downspout. We'll measure for it, get it cut. And then I just gotta go back and screw the downspout on, and I'll screw the downspout to the tank so that it doesn't blow around in the wind or move or whatever. And then I gotta put some screws in at the junction and maybe on the end caps just to keep the gutters from sliding in and out. I don't think they will, but I don't know, so I'm gonna put some screws in it. But we're gonna get the downspout cut, we'll get it tossed up in there, and we'll be one step closer to having rainwater collection. rainwater collection project is done. So here it is. We got our gutters, downspout, got our tank sitting up where water will flow. And I didn't put all this on here to seal this from water getting in, because obviously it doesn't matter if water gets in, that's what I want. I sealed this up because I don't want any animals trying to go down in there and get a drink of water and drowned, and then I've got a science experiment in my water tank. So that's why I plugged that top off. But other than that, it's done. I still got some work I need to do, cleaning up over here and over here. I need to get some Roundup or something and spray all this. And then down here on the end of the building, I don't know, the vines are kind of cool. I might just leave them, but clean up some of this other stuff. And I brought the mower over the other day and I did some mowing. I mowed all this over here. All the way down and over there. I mowed up here, which I need to spray this too so it stops growing here. And then I mowed as close up to the big ditch over there as I could. So some necessary shop upgrades. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. You think the water catcher is going to work? Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what I can do better. I do know that you're supposed to paint those black, paint the tanks black, or get black tanks, because then they don't grow algae in them, because the sun can't get through to the water. And I have every intention of painting that black. I just don't have any black paint right now. And I want to see how quick it fills up. Like when it starts raining, I want to be able to like see how much rain we got and see how full it made the tank. So it's easier to do that without it being painted, and I can see through the side. So after the first rain, when I get some black paint, I'll paint that. But other than that, if it starts raining before I go home today, I will show you guys how it does. If it doesn't start raining before I go home today, I'll give you an update in another video and let you know how it worked. But other than that, I'm working on some other stuff that you'll see on another video. But I'm just trying to do some upgrades to the shop, make it work a little bit better for me. Having a bathroom would be really nice, and having water to be able to pressure wash would be really nice. So that was kind of a necessity for me. And I think I figured out a way to do it. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all very much. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Oh wait, like, subscribe, share, comment, all the above. Thanks. We'll see you next time.